Happy New Year, 2023. What a year it's been at Speaker's Corner. Another year of overwhelmingly peaceful attacks perpetrated by namely just one group, almost exclusively, that being Islamists, towards pretty much everybody else, whether you're a Christian, or perhaps especially if you're a Christian, or an atheist, or a spiritualist, or maybe Jewish. Actually, you know what? Maybe especially Jewish. Or anything in between. There is a high likelihood that you've encountered the loving, peaceful Islamist actions that have characterized Speaker's Corner in the last few decades, predominantly by what Mohammed Hijab calls Muslim gangsters that he himself personally led into Leicester.
We have Muslim gangsters as well. We can't stop the gangsters from dealing with you or anyone else.
Now, I've always thought that Speaker's Corner is an important place in London, in the UK, for many reasons, because it represents a bastion of free speech. It is the playground of ideas where people come freely to debate, to discuss, to preach, to get on a ladder, and to proclaim all their different ideas, no matter what they believe in. Whether it's feminism, whether it's patriarchy, whether it's religion, whether it's socialism or maybe antinatalism, Palestine versus Israel, flat earthism, or just reminding people that Muhammad had sex with a 9-year-old child. There are a wide range of different views that you can find at Speaker's Corner. And Speaker's Corner has a long history of doing this. It isn't something that appeared overnight, but rather, since the mid-1800s, it's been something that's been there as part of British life. A beacon of light for those who enjoy honest, free conversations with people about things that matter to them personally, things that they're passionate about. It was enshrined in public law in the UK in 1872 as a place of public speech. Not only that, but it's also home to some pretty big players when it comes to ideologies like Karl Marx, Vladimir Lenin, and George Orwell were all known to frequent Speaker's Corner. However, since the 1990s, Speaker's Corner has attracted another kind of group, one that does not believe fundamentally that Speaker's Corner should even exist. This is a group that doesn't believe in democracy, it doesn't believe in any kind of variant of it, it doesn't believe in freedom of speech, it doesn't believe in freedom of expression. What it does believe in is punishment through blasphemy laws. It believes in corporal punishment, it believes in polygamy, although only for men, and complete and total control over the state at any means necessary. I'm of course talking about Islam. And no, I'm not talking about your average, nice, friendly, hair uncovered, female, party-going, never seen a mosque, my parents were born in Bangladesh Muslim. I'm talking about Muslims of whom go to Speaker's Corner who actually believe in the core tenets of Islam as they are practiced both by Muhammad and his companions, and so on. These people aren't afraid to use violence and intimidation, not just to the average public and not just towards Christians in particular, but to anyone, any non-Muslim, or even Muslims, who disagree with them about what should happen in the UK and worldwide regarding enforcing Islam, that is, subjugation amongst all people. And to do that, they basically have one thing in their way. People making fun of Muhammad, or people in some sense berating Muhammad or critiquing his actions in some sense. But that's not a problem, because Muhammad never did anything bad, right? Right? Okay, so let's start off with two Christian apologists who've been coming to the park for a while now. I watched a live stream of theirs and I think they had a really good take on this. So I just want to show it. This is Sig. You can subscribe to his YouTube channel and Twitch channel linked down below, and to David, who should totally set up a YouTube channel and a Twitch thing. But both these guys go to Speaker's Corner and they have this to say. Let's watch.
David,
Corner. You've been at the corner more than me. Yeah.
I have.
How is the corner to you? When you first went there and now that you've been going there frequently?
It was certainly a frightening place. Like, even me, I'm not the kind of person who gets like scared of like a fair bit of things, but honestly, the first I don't even know, 15 times I went to the corner, right? Every time I would just like cross the road. No, not even that. When I was like going up the stairs from the station, right? My heart would stop pounding.
What?
No
Your heart
joke,
would stop
my heart would stop pounding.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That is insane.
Kind of like how you feel before you go into like a hard exam or something. that kind of thing, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And
I
so
understand.
that's just me personally, in regards to the level of hostility in that environment. Now,
And it's
of
not
course,
like.
go on.
Yeah. Go on. No. Go on. Go on. Go on.
I don't need to go into hyper detail about the presence of violence there. From my understanding, it's even been that way since like the 90s. I had the
Yeah.
privilege at one point of meeting and briefly talking to Jay Smith, and apparently even back then he was like going home with bruises and stuff from, of course, our Akis.
No,
Yeah.
but like it's not our fault though. It's not their fault. It's always
No,
our fault,
no.
man. Come on now.
Yeah, because no, Sting, listen, number one, you ain't from the streets, so you gotta understand that when you provoke somebody, you can't blame them for hitting you. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, this guy.
Around June time in 2023, there was a particular incident that got a lot of attention, even in the media, because it was a gang of Islamists who attacked Christians in particular, pretty much en masse, like in a public brawl, in daylight, and it was recorded by multiple cameras. And this actually went as far as GB News, which is a news organization here in the UK, actually doing a section on broadcasted television about this very incident when they interviewed Atheist Steve. Steve Chilcott was interviewed by Andrew Doyle on GB News about the crazy public brawl that is now somewhat commonplace at Speaker's Corner. Let's watch.
Speaker's Corner is the area in Hyde Park considered the oldest free-speaking platform in the world, having hosted decades of speeches since the mid-1800s. But its reputation as a safe haven for free speech and opinions of all varieties came under threat this week when a heated discussion erupted into, well, an actual brawl, and this required the police to be called. So, Speaker's Corner regular Steve Chilcott was present at the time, and he joins me now. Steve, welcome to the show. Welcome back to the show. You've been on the show a few times, and of course, you've been going to Speaker's Corner for an awful long time.
Longer than I care to remember.
Right, so it means a great deal to you.
Absolutely, yeah.
Why don't you tell us what happened last Sunday?
So, unfortunately, we had the return of some quite vicious violence last Sunday, when one of the very regular Christian preachers at the corner was very violently and aggressively attacked. Started with a shove, he ended up on the floor, fists were going, kicks were going in. His Christian preacher friends were attacked by a mob that landed upon them.
When you say a mob, how many are we talking?
I mean, there was a melee going on, frankly. I would say there was 20 plus people.
Were the police there?
There was no police there at the time that it happened. They were called. They arrived 5-10 minutes later. And I have to say, they were not interested. The aggressors were pointed out to them, they were identified, people were showing them videos of the attack on their phone, so they knew the individuals who were still standing there as bright as anything in the park. The police did not even approach them. They didn't take their names, they didn't take their identity, they didn't speak to them.
So the whole point of Speaker's Corner is anyone could stand up and say anything they like, irrespective of how controversial it is. What was this Christian preacher saying that caused so much upset?
They were arguing about whether Jesus is God.
Okay, so a theological speech.
Typical theological discussion that goes on, week week out at Speaker's Corner. Nothing contentious, no... You know, we know what more contentious things could have been said. There was nothing remotely contentious.
So who were these people attacking? Was it a group of militant atheists or something?
Or Buddhists. I think they might have been Buddhists.
Oh, yeah.
No, they weren't. They were Islamists. The one guy, the main protagonist of this attack, who I've since discovered, is a Lebanese-born Islamist Sunni preacher who has said some pretty vile things. He said things like 9/11 was an insider plot. He said Jews deserved the Holocaust. It was God's retribution to them. He said George Bush, and I'm no great fan of George Bush, but he says George Bush is a devil-worshipping Illuminati that deserved or created everything.
So he's a crazy
so
man.
He's an absolute crazy nutter. We'd not seen him at Speaker's Corner before, but clearly he came with a large crowd of people who ended up inflicting physical violence on people.
Would you say that this man was inciting the others to inflict this violence?
Some of them there, I think, were probably his bodyguards, his security.
Right.
They were big butch guys that were standing with him throughout his time at the corner, and they were very active in the violence.
Yeah, but the thing is, with Speaker's Corner, like, you would even justify a man like that, a sort of crazy Islamist preacher standing up and saying what he wants.
Yeah, exactly. However, unwholesome or unpleasant it might be, of course, I would be the first person to say they have their right to come to Speaker's Corner. Anyone has their right to come to Speaker's Corner, deny the Holocaust, come out with whatever crazy nonsense they want. The tipping point is the violence. The tipping point is the fists and the feet.
So surely, I mean, I would have thought that the police, and from my limited understanding of what goes on, the police are meant to be there every week, aren't they?
Well, precisely, and they are. So I was saying to you a moment ago, so Posey Parker, Kelly J. Keane was there today, had a completely peaceful gathering of the Let Women Speak. No trouble, a very, very large police presence. So the police pick and choose when they decide to enforce calm and
Well, it's interesting because a couple of months ago when the Let Women Speak group were in Hyde Park, the police were nowhere to be seen. In fact, Graham Linehan filmed them walking away when the women were kettled in by aggressive men in masks.
Well, precisely, but every month, so mainly they go there at the last Sunday of every month to Speaker's Corner, there's been a huge police presence, and it's been very, very well policed.
So is that been because there was a backlash to the police negligence?
Well, that's the precise word for it. It was negligent last Sunday. It was negligent that time when Graham videoed the police officers walking away.
Yes.
And I think there was a very, very large backlash that I understand went to the Home Office, went to the Home Secretary level.
See, what I don't understand about this is when it comes to the religious question, when it comes to radical Islamism, I mean, we've seen a Christian preacher stabbed in Hyde Park, and I believe she was arrested.
Well, precisely. Hatun Tash, who has been knocked unconscious on one occasion, who's been stabbed in the neck on a second occasion, was herself arrested by the police. She subsequently took them to court and won £10,000 compensation for wrongful arrest. So, again, they are very quick to jump in and arrest certain perpetrators.
Just to raise the spectre of Rotherham, we know that we had these rapes and sexual abuses going on because the police did not want to arrest people from a certain community because they would be accused of being racist. Is the same thing happening here? As in, radical Islamist preachers can incite as much violence as they want because they don't want to be accused of racism.
In my view, the Metropolitan Police Force are one of the worst culprits for the inconsistent application of the law.
Right.
We've seen it with Just Stop Oil. We saw it during lockdown where they treated different protest movements very, very differently. So I remember one Sunday during the latter times of lockdown, they had vans, they clamped down on anyone stopping momentarily and speaking at Speaker's Corner. Yet at the very same moment, across the road in Marble Arch, there was a Shia Muslim gathering and celebration. Right. So at the very same point in time where they're clamping down on lockdown there, they're not clamping down on another area.
But is there a problem here when you have certain speakers and people who hold certain ideological beliefs where free speech itself is against their values?
And this is the issue, that at Speaker's Corner, which we all know and respect as the home of free speech in this country, is so inconsistently policed. Whereas, Christian preachers are arrested when they are the victims.
Yes.
Yet these thugs, violent thugs, I mean, the old guy, the guy that I was referring to, the Lebanese preacher, he had a crutch with him, which he was repeatedly bringing down on people's heads.
So that's assault.
Well, precisely. It wasn't just a push or whatever. It was vicious, violent attacks. And there's that guy, and the police have shown videos of the crutch coming down on people's heads, and they don't even go and take his name. I mean, something's not right.
Well, you just need to apply the law irrespective of who is committing the crime, because surely this is very patronising to Muslims to suggest that, well, if there are groups within that community breaking the law, you should leave them alone.
Well, precisely, because, what we're talking about here at Speaker's Corner is a vile group of extremist Islamists. We're not talking about good, normal British Muslims who share the same views as us about the benefits of the culture that they live in here, and quite frankly are equally appalled by the police's behaviour.
Well, because it's particularly bad for them, because what happens is this is a gift to certain far-right groups who want to paint Muslims as inherently violent.
Right, it's giving them the ammunition for their hate.
It's absolutely right that the police did nothing. I personally saw police completely fail to apprehend someone who was wearing a balaclava. He was this little, stubby little guy. He was kicking people during this brawl. Everyone saw him do it. He was caught on all the cameras. There was no question. It was obviously this guy. We had the video footage. We were showing the police the video footage, and the police were just, meh, what guy? I don't see a guy. There's no one here. There's nothing to see. The police turned a blind eye. We literally have video footage of the guy walking away from Speaker's Corner slowly, and the police deciding not to pursue. So that tells you kind of everything, right? So what is this footage we have of this crazy brawl? Well, let's play it, and you can make your own mind up. Let's see the Muslim gangsters in action.
Why do you speak?
No one's running away from you.
Speak to me.
Let's talk then.
Okay.
So,
He said,
now,
insult
let's
you.
ask,
He said, I
answer the
insult
question.
you, but I insult
Why
Jesus.
did Muhammad teach that? Don't push.
Oi.
Don't push. Don't push.
Oi.
Don't push.
Keep your hand.
Hey. Back off. Now,
Insult
let's
you.
ask,
He said, I
answer the
insult you,
question.
but I insult
Why
Jesus.
did Muhammad teach that? Don't push.
Oi.
Don't push. Don't push.
Oi.
Don't push.
Keep your hand.
Hey. Back off. Calm down! You're just a mob when you lose the debate. Cowards! 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 Okay, sir. Where's my jack? Hey! Back off! Back off! Back off! Control yourself! Control yourself! Look at you! You're just a mob when you lose the debate! You're just a mob when you lose the debate! That's all you are!
We don't want to start anything more.
Proud in front of the police! Sorry. Excuse me?
Yeah, I know. I've had about 3 people come up to.
Well, I was assaulted, and I would like to show you who assaulted me, please.
Okay, what did they do to you?
They kicked me while I was on the floor. So can you follow me?
The guy, yeah, I went up to him.
They'll run away. It's that man in the blue shirt and the mask. You'll see him, he comes every week.
Don't speak to him. Where did he kick you?
He kicked me while I was on the floor.
Then, please.
Yeah, he's running away. He's walking away. I've told you he is. And notice, I've pointed out who assaulted me. The guy's running away and the police officer is literally letting him walk out of the park. Literally letting him walk out of the park.
This isn't the only time that this Christian evangelist, known as Bob of Speaker's Corner, you can check out his channel, linked in the description below. This isn't the only time he's been attacked. There's been many occasions, but let's just focus on the ones this year, where he was talking with a sheikh. The sheikh didn't like the questions he was asking because, you know, they're pretty difficult to answer as a Muslim, even if you are a specialist in knowledge, like a sheikh is supposed to be. But nonetheless, he was having difficulty, and he started to get a bit handsy with Bob. Let's watch.
They're not together.
No. I'm here to listen to you. Okay.
No, I want you to...
I can move anywhere I want. It's a park. You don't control the park. Whoa, Sheikh, what are we doing? What are we doing, Sheikh? What are we doing? What are we doing, Sheikh?
Now you might be thinking, okay, so all this seems to be directed at Christians from Muslims. That might be true, like in 2023 and 2022, 2021, you see where this is going. But there is other violence that really does need to be addressed. It's not just towards Christians or non-Christians, but rather to other Muslims. Muslims being violent to other Muslims. Case in point, there is a popular Muslim missionary known as Shamsi who goes to Speaker's Corner to give dawah, which is the Islamic form of preaching, who basically held, or still holds, the wrong views about Palestine and Israel. The correct views on Palestine and Israel, apparently, are something along the lines of F Israel. Apparently, if you deviate from that in any sense, even if you just advocate for peace, you are a bad, bad Muslim and you deserve to be beaten up in the streets. Let's watch this video.
Assalamu alaikum. Subhanallah, I just got attacked. As you can see, my head is warm from here. I attacked about 4 people. One of them is a Muslim, all of them are Muslims. One of them came to me and he's shaking my hand, said, Assalamu alaikum. And remember, I just came from my class walking in the park. The park, the other side of the park is a bit dark. So this guy came with a hoodie and he's like, Assalamu alaikum, he's a Muslim brother, says Assalamu alaikum. So I said, Alaikum salam. He's like, you made a video. I said, okay. I said, what video? So one of them came behind me with a balaclava. Big guy's pushing me. I don't think he's joking. He said, come. I said, move away. What, come, bro? Someone came behind me and swept me. So I fell to my head this side. They started kicking me. I had to cover my face. But subhanallah, so I know you're watching my videos. So I'm making this video to send you a video. You're a coward. You're a coward. 4 of you didn't do nothing to me. Just a little blood. There's nothing, alhamdulillah. My head, my back, no problem, alhamdulillah. You're a coward. I will challenge you to come. I'm in Dar Sunnah. Come with my brothers there. You see what I'm saying? You're a coward. See, subhanAllah, they say Salafists attack the Muslims. This a coward attack me. You understand? And wearing balaclava. You know, one of them, I can't remember his face. But if you're a real man, come to the mosque. I'm with my brothers. 4 of you, big guys. I'm not even that big. Understand? And you're a coward coming behind me. Subhanallah, after my class, walking by myself. That's why I want to mention my dear brothers. Sorry now, I have to act like paranoid now. Because why? This second time happened to me. The first time, alhamdulillah, those guys never rushed me, to be honest. Even they tried to be a bit rude. But you're a coward. Because you know my way, you're a coward, I would say to you. Come with my...
Now, I've personally met Shamsi on a few occasions. I've had my run-ins with him. I don't think he thinks much of me, being a dirty kuffar, so to speak. But regardless of what he thinks of me, he's still made in the image of God. He's still a wonderfully and fearfully made human being. And I don't wish any violence at all on him or any of his Muslim brothers or on anyone. I think it's a disgrace that these Muslims attacked him. I think he deserves some credit for the fact that he called it out publicly, that he said that this was other Muslims. He didn't have to say that, but he did. And I think that deserves some respect. So this next section actually didn't happen in 2023. This happened September 23rd, 2022. But I wanted to include this here because of the ongoing court case. What that has meant is effectively the public aren't really allowed to talk about it publicly. We can't give our opinion on it. And we've had to, in effect, say things with a lot of caveats of supposedly and allegedly. But now that the court sentencing has happened and this guy finally got what he deserved, we can now speak openly about it. I'm talking about Edward Little, who only a few weeks ago finally had his court sentencing to over 16 years in prison for taking a bag with £5,000 worth of cash in it, travelling from Brighton to Speaker's Corner, which is a fair distance, using the cash to purchase a firearm, and then go to Speaker's Corner, pull out his firearm, and proceed to give wonderful and peaceful dawah to anyone who would listen, to bring them to Allah, and hopefully they would take their shahada, and everyone would clap and they'd get out the chocolates, and he was going to shoot Hatun Tash.
This week saw an example of the dangers that people face when they exercise their right to free speech. A 21-year-old terrorist admitted to plotting a gun attack to kill an ex-Muslim who became a Christian preacher at Speaker's Corner in London's Hyde Park. Edward Little planned to buy a gun to kill Hatun Tash at the public speaking area. He was on his way into London in a taxi with thousands of pounds in cash when he was stopped and arrested last September. Steve Chilcott is a regular at Speaker's Corner and he joins me now. Steve, welcome to the show. So, this is a very disturbing story. Can you tell us a bit about Hatun Tash, who she is and what she does? She appears at Speaker's Corner quite a lot.
Sure, so she's actually an ex-Muslim from Turkey. She converted to Christianity, fled Turkey for reasons of persecution, came to Britain. She's been a regular speaker, preacher at Speaker's Corner for the last 10 years. She's a provocative lady. She does many things that are very provocative, such as wearing Charlie Hebdo cartoons on her T-shirt,
yes.
Arriving with a copy of the Quran with holes drilled into it. And her basis for doing that is that she believes that the narrative of Islam is full of holes, that there is not one single Quran.
But of course, you would expect controversial people at Speaker's Corner. The purpose of that area is that anything can be said.
Of course, as the judges have stated, that freedom of speech does not exist without the right to be offensive.
And Hatun Tash has been stabbed at Speaker's Corner.
Yep. So this planned attack last September would not have been the first attack. So in 2020, she was knocked unconscious. So attacker approached her in the corner, punched her in the face, broke her glasses. She fell to the floor, was unconscious, was put in the recovery position. In 2021, another attacker attempted to stabbed her in the neck, or attempted to stab her in the neck. She pushed his knife away. She was cut badly on the wrist and in the forehead. That person, the police were present for that second attack. The person was never caught. The police were present. They chased after him. They didn't catch him. Allegedly, they never identified who he was.
Am I right in thinking that she was arrested?
And she has been arrested on 2 occasions, and she actually sued the Metropolitan Police Force successfully and was actually given £10,000 compensation.
Right. You see, this to me is quite shocking. As far as, if I go to Speaker's Corner, I expect to hear things that I vehemently disagree with, but I celebrate that, because the whole point of Speaker's Corner is, and it's increasingly in this day and age where free speech is under threat, this is like a haven where you can go and hear shocking, offensive, in fact, views, right? The idea that this is being criminalised, where are the police in all this? You go there regularly every week. Are the police doing their job?
No, ultimately no. How can I deny that?
Well, is this your opinion?
There are some very good officers there that try to do a very good job. However, there are other officers there that do a very appalling job. I personally have put in a complaint against one officer, which was investigated, and my complaint was actually upheld.
Yes.
There are some appalling examples of police operations at Speaker's Corner on occasions.
Now, Hatun Tash is a bombastic, proactive, polemical, non-apologetic evangelist. She is someone of whom has repeatedly been attacked. I won't cover other occasions because they happened in previous years and they've already been covered in other videos. And I just want to focus on what really happened this year. We know that Hatun has led many, supposedly over 1,000 Muslims away from Islam. I think it's somewhere between 10 and 15, somewhere around there, imams out of Islam as well. So it's obvious why people like Edward Little want Hatun unalived. Let's go with that, unalived. Nonetheless, I for one am very grateful that my Christian sister was not unalived at Speaker's Corner in the end of 2022. Edward even got an extended sentence because while he was being interviewed with his lawyer seemingly present, he got too angry while being shown clips on YouTube of Hatun Tash converting Muslims into Christianity that he got up and started to attack the person that was showing him the video clips.
Yeah, got him. Right.
Do you want the brick?
No, carry on.
Tell me, is that another reason for choosing that target?
No comment.
Because...
Listen. That's it. Just put him down here, mate, round the corner. Lay him down, head first. Watch his head.
In my view, you are clearly someone who presents a high risk of serious harm to the public or certain sections of the public. The author of the pre-sentence report reaches the same conclusion. Taking into account the facts of the principal offence, the assault on the police officer and the assault on a fellow prisoner, in combination with your history of offending, a discretionary life sentence is the appropriate disposal.
Which, to me personally, I think is a great a great kind of way of doing some sort of ethical torture to these Muslim gangsters. You just bring these Muslim
gangsters
in for questioning, put them in the interview room, leave them alone for a few hours with nothing but a TV of Hatun Tash just playing non-stop. And it's ethical as well, because it brings them to our Lord Jesus. So if you are a Christian, please do keep the brothers and sisters at Speaker's Corner in your prayers. What they do isn't easy. What they do is risking their own safety, but it is something that's worthwhile. We do see results from this on a day-to-day basis. A lot of it is underground because we don't want to publicize people's names and people's addresses and people's appearances. But nonetheless, behind the scenes, we're all getting them in churches as quick as we can when they leave Islam and they join Christianity. If you feel it might be your vocation to come debate, I would ask that you do some self-reflection in prayer first about whether or not you are in a good position emotionally, financially. Are you stable? Are you someone who can handle themselves in tense and difficult situations? If you are, then perhaps pray about it. Perhaps you should be down here helping us. Likewise, if you have a camera or just a phone and you would like to come record what happens at Speaker's Corner, whether you're really Christian, atheist, Muslim, or anything really, we need more people recording what happens at Speaker's Corner. It gets very tense, and especially at nighttime, we need as many people as we can recording what happens there. Now, I've included as many clips as I could after scouring the internet from different YouTube channels. Again, the link's all down below if you want to check them out, for the different physical attacks from the Muslim gangsters that have been happening throughout 2023, so that the general public can get a good understanding as to what happens here. Hopefully, 2024 will be a better year, with less attacks, more peace, less violence. God bless you all. Come to the Lord Jesus Christ and have a wonderful new year. God bless.
No, he's not. He's God in the flesh. You are. Leave the camera, bro. Leave the camera, bro. Leave the camera, bro. You gotta leave the camera. 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 Bro. No. Do not ever hold me like that. Hold my hand. Listen, Allah pray to. Allah pray to. No. The verse does not say to. Leave the camera, bro. Where's to in the verse? You gotta leave the camera. 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 You can't touch me. You can't touch me.
Happened in the end. We tried to leave, but he tried to grab the camera.
Siraj, every week, he will come and just interrupt any conversation and just start throwing passages. So you know what? I'll return the favor. I tried to do the same thing. I tried to have a civil conversation with him, but he seems like this guy just wants to hog the mic and all of that. To the point where, like, I was trying to leave the conversation. I was like, all right, cool, I'm leaving. And he was holding on to the camera. I was like, bro, come on, man, it's not your camera. Let go. He was holding on so firmly, I had to pull his hands out like this. Ridiculous behavior. Now he wants to start fighting. What a loser. We don't follow Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, loser, because it brings you that kind of behavior.
You see, ladies and gentlemen, there is no substance.
You are trying to establish. You are not going to this man that I'm a Christian. Again. So now you're threatening violence on me. So you're threatening violence on me. And he called me a terrorist. So he called me a terrorist. You're going to shank me. Hold on. You're going to shank me. You're going to shank me. So you're going to stab me. You're going to stab me. Stop him. Stop him. No, he's not. Are you joking? Are you joking? Are you joking? Are you joking? So this guy just showed me a tattoo that says the word fear on it, yeah? So he's trying to say he's joking. You threatened violence on me, he called me a terrorist. That's it.
Well, if you're going to put individual over there for him and he's Siraj and Shamsi, it would appear, inciting the murder of Hatun Tash.
And you defend him for killing that. I'm doubting. Defending what? I'm doubting about defending who? Mister, stop lying. Stop lying. Defending who? Insult to your mom, you punch him. When it comes to Prophet Muhammad, punch him. Maslaha. Punch him. The coward. Go kill Hatun. Go kill Hatun. You coward. Coward. Kill Hatun. Why you kill Hatun? Why you coward? No, you kill her. Why do you want to kill her? Why do you want to kill her? But أحسن من أحسن.
Who knows who Shamsi is? Who knows who Siraj is? On Revelations 22, we have a video of Siraj and Shamsi, it would appear, inciting the murder of Hatun Tash. Shamsi says to Siraj, kill her, kill her. He repeats it more than once. And then they discuss in Arabic the rewards of killing people like Hatun Tash. And they are seen to encourage one another to kill Hatun Tash. That video has been given to the Metropolitan Police. Has Siraj been arrested? Has Shamsi been arrested? No. Ladies and gentlemen, the reality is we have seen with the Palestinian protests that our police will not enforce the law against Islamists.
Just chill. What's wrong with you? Look at that idiot! Look at that idiot! And by the way, it's British! Yeah! It was a British flag designed by Colonel Mark Sykes!
There were a big group of Arab Muslims who had tried to assault Shalini, who's right here. So 3 of us Christians were trying to block them from coming to her. And they were hurling abuses. While she was at the back of us and the crowd was surging towards us, one of the Muslims, because he saw me filming as well, I was on my mobile phone, I was trying to take a video, so he saw that, he was getting irritated, he tried to kick me. Instead of him reaching me, as he tried to kick me, he slipped and fell down even before he reached me. And that made him all the more wild. He got up immediately and then tried to attack me. He hit me, punched me in my face, and there was some bleeding as well. I got first aid. But what happened was, as soon as this guy attacked me, he went away. We went to the police. He made a statement. The guy was nowhere to be found. He had a mask on his face and he was trying to hide his identity. While he was attacking me, there were a lot of Muslims around. Some were actually pushing other Muslims to go and fight. And I guess there were some Muslims who just came in between and prevented the attack from getting even worse. But anyway, I'm fine, thank God, praise God. And whoever the person is who attacked, that's the model that he's emulating, the prophet that he's emulating. But we emulate Jesus. Jesus told us to love our enemies. I don't have any hatred for him, and I forgive him for what he has done.
Finish. Allahu Akbar. You gotta go to fucking hell. Thank you.
Hello, Pakistan!
Don't touch him.
Why are you running?
He's leaving your proximity. Please don't touch him. Please go away. Please.
Why are you running, man?
Jesus Christ, the Messiah, the Savior of the world. So dear friends, we love you all, that you are swimming in the filth and the gutter water of Muhammad. So come out of it, please. Come out of it.
And go fuck up.
I will call the police. I will call the police.
Because you are talking about my prophet.
Don't throw. You can talk also. No, you can talk. You talk, but don't throw stones on me. I'm going to call the police. Okay. So the filth Muhammad, the child molester, the pedophile Muhammad, he told wrong about my Jesus Christ in the Quran. He lied. That filth, that child molester Muhammad, he lied about my Jesus Christ, and that's why I'm talking all the time about Muhammad. So dear friends, if you are pedophile Muhammad, he had not written about my Jesus Christ, I would be shut all the time. But because he wrote wrong and lies about my Jesus Christ, I have to speak about that sex addict, child molester, pedophile Muhammad.
It's simple. We look at the words, who started it and why.
Give us a chance to say something.
Don't do that, you stupid donkey.
Guys. About to say the position. You said all the should be killed. That's what I said.
Don't do that.
Brother, listen. Lie, always lie.
Get out!
Listen.
Get out of here, you scumbag.
That's what you're promoting.
What?
What do you mean, why am I hitting an old man? Why did he touch me?
You
punch him.
It's language. And you're insulting women.
You just punch him.
I would tell you to quit, fam. We do it. Don't do it. Don't do
Had to leave.
What?
Where is it?
You think you're gonna talk and
Get the police. Get the police.
I don't even.
Bear with us 1 second.
Yeah.
That is why he said, go into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature, because all authority in heaven and in earth is given to our own authority. Of God.
It's really going to kick off here. The police need to go. We need to call the police. Because this is going to kick off.
Right.
Yeah, we need to start getting the police in.
Is it time to leave?
No, we need to.
Yeah, tell them. This one is say, I will take
No, it's okay, that's all right.
I will take
This is Speaker's Corner.
Yeah.
It's a freedom of speech.
Brother, shall we talk or shall I go?
See what we can do about
Shall
that.
we talk or shall I go?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You do something.
We'll see what we can do about that.
Yeah. Look, Randy.
He's gonna get that suit.
That's your mom.
I'll take the.
That's your mom. That's your mom.
That's a Randy.
That's your mom.
We're going to my mom.
That's your mom. That's your mom. Don't talk about your mom here. I'm not here to talk about your mom. That's 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 your mom. Because you said that about her. Why did you say that about her? Well, I can say that too. I can say it too. It's your mom. Your mom is there. Don't talk about your mom. I'm not here to listen about your mom. I know where your mom is. I know what she is. I know. Don't tell me what your mom is. Don't not.
Your mom is a Randy.
That's your mom.
Your mom is a Randy.
That's your mom. That's your.
They always do that. Always. When you can't take it.
Stop touching me, brother. Brother, I don't want to look after me. I can look after myself. Just look after me. Means is the highest original means that it doesn't exist.
Oh, he hit me! Stop! Back off!
He hit me!
Coward! Stop! Stop! You're coward! Stop! You're coward!
Hey, calm down, man. Tell us to stop.
You hit me. Don't fucking hit me. You hit me. Don't touch him. Get out of here. Fucking prick. Get out. Go. Don't touch him. He hit me. Why are you getting arrested for? What are you talking about? Listen. Why are you getting arrested? By Allah. Okay. Manifest your demon over there. Manifest your demon over there. Why are you coming here for? That's the same guy. He lied and he hit my friend. Every time. Why you always getting angry? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, but he said you hit me. Like that. He hit him before. He told him that he hit him with the stick before. And he said, I was like, don't hit him. That's the way he has a stick. He hit my friend with the stick.
You are Christian and say that.
That's why I'm here to protect my friend. It doesn't mean that you can just intimidate people.
You pushing people and you say
because
they
he's hitting my friend with a stick. Yeah. You're not his enemy. You're not afraid of him. Tell him that. Tell him. All right.
What happened, man?
What's up, buddy? How are you?
What happened?
Nothing, man. It was just this shake.
All right.
He was hitting Mike.
Yeah, he was violent last time. Yeah.
And he was on top of him, and I'm like, "Can you keep your distance?" And then they started pushing. Why you hit me? Why you hit me? I said, I didn't hit you. I just told you to move back. And they didn't want to move back. And then they started, oh, he hit me. I didn't hit anybody.
Fuck you!
You said fuck my mother! You said fuck my mother!
Brother!
You said fuck my mother! You said fuck my mother!
You said fuck Muhammad!
Was Muhammad a terrorist? Was Muhammad a terrorist? Huh?
Hijab.
No, not hijab. Your Prophet Muhammad.
I think if you would say that to him, his companions would be really angry and he might get slaughtered. So beware.
How dare you? You attacked me for it.
I was a Christian, was it? Is that yes or no?
I think you should beware if you're afraid for your life.
You threatening him?
I think so.
Yeah. You know you're on mic here, you know?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Where's my face?
Sorry? Where's your face?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put you on camera.
You don't need to put me on camera.
Mission, but they're not all called. What are you doing? Whoa, calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down.
And then he was winning the time. That's this guy, Muhammad Ali. And around trying to attack a woman. I ain't no woman. See, they're trying to attack women, man. I ain't no woman. And having a very perfectly. And then he was winning to suffer the penalty. Police. You never seen it.
Always, always with the violence. Relax. What? Well, every week you start violence. Every week you start violence. Every week you start violence.
Police.
She said, Muhammad, the sex addict man. Musa is a sex addict man.
Shut up. Shut up. Listen, lady.
Okay, please don't spit on me, but please.
I'm not spitting on you.
You did. There was like spit.
It was rain from the heavens.
There was no rain.
It was rain from the
It's
heavens.
dry as heck,
Then
bro.
it was piss from a bird, but not my spit.
You're lying.
You're lying.
Look what you did.
And he.
How did Muhammad want to establish the caliphate?
Go say sallallahu alaihi wasallam before I slap you. Say sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Okay,
Say
you're
sallallahu
on
alaihi wasallam before I
record.
slap you.
Excuse me,
Shut
sir.
the
Stay
Say sallallahu alaihi
away.
wasallam before I
Stay.
slap you, Munad. Yes. Don't disrespect the prophet. You're
Excuse
Christian.
me.
You're
Stay
Christian.
away.
Disrespect the
Stay away.
man. Don't disrespect the prophet.
Stay away. Take that mentally ill person away. What is there for? What is funny in that? Anything funny in that?
You think you got the right to speak?
What would you do to your fellow Muslim?
As a human being like you, yeah, well, like, go.
You haven't said anything to him. Stay. What do you think about that behavior?
We got
No, what do you think about this behavior?
You know why we got to behave like this?
What do you think about
you
this?
Don't have no shame.
Don't touch me.
You don't have shame.
Stay
you
away.
Don't have shame.
Or else
So
you
I'm
will
gonna
be in
slap
prison.
you, so you know what shame
Excuse
is.
me. Stay away, he said. Clearly your mind hasn't worked for a long time. Stay away. Thank you.
Okay.
Stay away. Stay away from civilization, sir. You do not belong here. Section him. Put him in a mental asylum. What's funny in that? What's funny in that? Wait,
Can you go away?
You brought the aggro.
Can you film that? Can you go away?
No.
No, film me, film me. Because I'm going to kick his ass. No, brother.
Go on, try it.
Go away.
Try it.
Go away, you
Try
idiot.
it. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
You idiot.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Not to a Christian man. Not to a Christian man. Are you saying you're just going to...
I'll take you on now.
No, no,
Let's have a discussion. Let's have a
Don't
discussion.
push me. Don't 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 push me.
Brother, stop harassing people. Why are you harassing people? Why are you harassing people? No, well, stop acting like a motherfucker. And then people won't call you a motherfucker. Stop harassing people. Grow up, you clown. Grow up, you clown. Go on, off riffraff. If he wants to take photographs, he can take photographs. Whatever he wants.
He just threw this down.
That's not mine. Sir, you are an idiot. I don't have to fight you. Yeah? You are an idiot.
He can. He can. He can. You started it. I saw you. You started it. What's wrong with you?
Forgive him.
In the same way that Muslims do that.
Yeah, that's expected, yeah.
So, likewise, when the Christians are talking amongst themselves about Islam,
Yeah.
talking amongst ourselves.
No, wait, no, what are you doing? Come on, Hamza, look, just leave his camera alone. Whoa, no, look, leave him. No, listen, Hamza, come on, Hamza, relax, chill, it's all right, it's cool, it's all right.
We've had this conversation, man, every single time.
It doesn't.
Do we have to do it every time?
It doesn't matter. Come on, let's have a debate.
Do we have to do
Let's have
this
a debate.
We've just been attacked as we left Speaker's Corner by a gang of young thugs. We were attacked basically because we're Jewish and we support the state of Israel. Fortunately, there were some Muslim brothers who came to our defence. So thank you, Jazakallah khairan.
Yeah, shout out to the Muslims that came to protect us.
Yeah. As you can imagine, as they're swinging punches and hitting us with sticks, it's not so easy to film. And so we only started filming after the attack. And by the way, this guy here, he actually spat on me when we were in the park.
He's got a video apparently. Listen.
What? Whoa! What? This Yakhalab just spat on me.
Hey, you stop doing the same, bro. Calm down.
Your mum, keep suck my dick. Your mum said,
Hey! Why are you swearing our prophet? Why are you swearing at our prophet? Why are you swearing at our prophet? Why are you swearing?
Muhammad married
Why are you swearing?
a young girl.
Why are you swearing?
Muhammad married a young girl.
Why are you swearing at our prophet? Why are you swearing at our prophet? Why are you swearing at our prophet? Why you swear at us? Why did you swear at our prophet?
Your mum's a bitch. Your mum's a bitch. Leave it. Your mum's a bitch.
Why?
Your mum's a bitch. I'll call the police. Police.
married a 6-year-old girl. That is a pedophile. Don't get me. Don't get me. I tell you, don't get me.
Nobody's hitting you.
So listen carefully. Muhammad married 6-year-old girl.
Did this Muslim try to poison a Christian?
Someone put a bottle of water next to Victor's legs and walked off. And I saw it and I've just poured the water away. And we've got that person on film. Is that your water?
Yeah, I don't know where it disappeared. That's why I took out this one. So, if you want, Jesus is with Allah. May peace be upon Jesus. Are you saying?
That was the guy who put the water down and he's now, I've tackled him, he's now walking off. That's the guy.
Come and be with me.
Muhammad has sex with a 9-year-old.
What is this guy on? What is this? You're on crack. You're on crack. You're on crack, bro. You're literally on crack. Come here.
Fuck Israel. You behave like a man. Shut up.
Go away with the cameras.
No.
What are you letting do it, bro? Yeah, he's a grown man. What? No, come on, man. You don't care about Jews. 1 minute. You don't care about Jews, bro. This makes sense, bro. You are not trying to offend him. I'm not trying to offend him by saying how am I trying to offend him by being there just talking to people? I'm not even trying to convince anyone anything.
The Isa! Don't touch me! Do not touch me! Do not touch me! Shut up! Shut up and go! Shut up and go! Isa of Islam! That's what I said! If you come on the Quran, you fucking dirty mouth! You understand? No, I want to tell him! Yes!
It's up, man.
You're talking about Quran, you dirty mouth! Don't talking about... Listen! I warn you! Don't talk about Quran, you dirty mouth! I swear to God! I can't talk about Quran! Listen!
Don't talk about...
No! Don't talk about Quran, not again! This is message from God, yes!
Don't talk about Quran! Why are you here?
Listen, I'm talking about
Hey!
I'm talking to the king! No. Where is the king? Why
are you here?
What is that? What is that? Put it in front of the camera.
They have burned the Quran. Very good.
It's the Quran verse.
What's this? Music notes.
You want to sing? Still on fire, look.
So you agree with this? You agree with this?
Stop, man.
Married at 5 years.
Listen.
Stop, guys. Hello, guys. Stop. Listen. I want you. Look, this is my book. Don't do that. It's a holy book. This book is a message for you, king. It's a message for you, for your king. Listen. This is the message for your king. Don't play with it.
Don't give him attention.
I'm telling you. Don't do that.
This is from Mansour.
That's your music notes, you liar.
I exposed you. Flip the page. Where is it? Let me tell you something. I warn you. Don't talk about it's a message for you. It's a message for you. Listen. Are you listening? Are you listening? Are you listening?
Don't give him attention. Don't give him attention. I pull him away. Look for the people. I pull him away and look for the people.
I have it. The music. The music. Victor. You liar. You chatting shit. Wait.
Listen. This is message for you, King. This is message for you, King. Listen. Don't play with it. Yes. No.
What's happening? What's happening? Let go of my hands right now. Don't touch me. Don't touch him. Don't touch him. Let go of my hands. I told you. Don't let go of my hands. Don't touch him. Don't touch him. Don't touch him. Speak to me. Speak to me. Speak to me, man. You're a man. Speak to me. Speak to me. Speak to me. Speak to me. Come on. Silence.
No, my brother. Don't touch me, yeah? Don't touch me, yeah? Come on. Don't touch me. What? Don't touch me. Don't touch me, yeah? Hey. Don't touch me, yeah? Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Stop. Don't touch me, yeah? Let go. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Let go. Don't touch me. Let go. Don't touch me. Leave it. Let go. Leave my hand. You are the one who started. Leave my hand. Leave my hand. Leave my hand. Leave my hand.
Let go.
Both of you let go. Both of you. 1, 2, 3. Let go. Let go. 1, 2, 3. Let it go. Don't worry.